Good morning. It is hike 3 of 3 for my Coast to Coast Revisited project. I camped at Whitby last night and I got the train to Grosmont this morning, and I'm hiking 15 miles on the Coast to Coast path all the way to Robin Hood's Bay, which is the final point. Should be a good day, pretty sunny. I've just seen a really cool moth, just spotted it sort of down on the bank next to me. And moths are I think they're a bit of an underrated species. Everyone associates them with these things that flap when the lights are on and they're a bit hairy. But actually, if you can catch moths in the morning, which is when they're quite still, you can really see the beautiful shapes on them and you get some really stunning moths. For example, like the elephant hawk moth is green and pink. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, well worth doing some moth trapping if ever you get the opportunity, because it really made me see a different side to moths. Another thing I needed to mention was that I'm doing the Coast to Coast Revisited project for my master's degree. So I'm studying for science communication at UE Bristol. So there is a survey. It's linked below in the description. And if everyone could fill the survey, that'd be really helpful. You'll be directly contributing to scientific research, and the more responses I get, the better my results are going to be. So I'm just walking over the sort of moors now, and then I'm going to drop down a bit, and then there's a wood. It's a really pretty wood that I'll get to walk through. So I'm quite looking forward to that. But it's quite interesting in the different national parks. There's sort of different levels of signposting. So definitely in the Yorkshire Dales and the North York Moors. So I'm in the North York Moors now, and I was in the Yorkshire Dales on my hike number 2 up to the 9 standards. The signposting there is a lot better. And it's not really signposted at all in the Lake District. Sort of one of the reasons potentially for this is that this Coast to Coast walk, even though it's really, really popular, it's not actually a national trail. And there's a big campaign going on at the moment. It's sort of led by the Wainwright Society. So they're running a campaign to try and make it into a national trail. And what that will do is it will basically protect the rights of way. So a lot of the land is private and it's only sort of permissive footpaths or public footpaths. So it will protect those rights of way, and it will also make the path more accessible. So yeah, it's an interesting campaign. I think it's getting a bit of momentum at the moment, so it should be interesting to sort of see what happens with that in the next few years. Got another example here of some ripples, like what we saw up the 9 standards. So the ripples show that there was an ancient beach here once. Also shows that we're getting closer to the coast. Woo! just walked through the woods and there was Falling Frost waterfall, which was pretty spectacular. And now I'm back up on the moors, completely different to when I did the coast to coast the first time around. There's sea over there that I can see, and before couldn't see a thing. It was just chucking it down the entire time. So yeah, these heather moorlands are really cool. They're actually a really rare habitat. So the North York moors are doing a lot to sort of protect them and sort of keep them as sort of a good habitat. So heather can grow up quite thick and get sort of almost go into like matted carpets. So one of the ways that they're managing that is by burning the heather. So you can see here there's a patch that's been burnt, and that just stops it from getting too grown up basically. And there's lots of nesting birds that use it as a habitat, so it's really important that they sort of manage it in that way. So finally made it to the coast path. So I've got about 3 miles along the coast path to get to Robin Hood's Bay, which is the end of the coast to coast hike. And there's some really amazing geology along here. It's sandstone and mudstone sort of interbedded, so there's different layers of sandstone and then mudstone, and it's this beautiful red colour. There is quite a lot of erosion here because it is quite a soft rock. But also these rocks have a lot of fossils in them. So yeah, when I get to Robin Hood's Bay, I definitely think I'm going to go and try and do a bit of fossil hunting. I've literally just seen some of this cliff face here fall. So yeah, that's how eroding it is. Like, I've literally just seen a bit fall. Mental. We've made it to Robin Hood's Bay. It's really busy here. There's lots of people enjoying their summer holidays, which is nice. Yeah, it's been a really good walk. I'm really glad I got to do the bit along the coast path because I couldn't do that before because the weather was too bad. But yeah, this is my final Coast to Coast Revisited video. Really enjoyed revisiting the sections again. But yeah, so the survey, as I mentioned before, is linked below. So if you could all fill that out, that would be really helpful. It's a really good opportunity for you to contribute to science, and it would really help me out and get better research. So thank you so much for following me on this journey. Bye.